We are live. And I'm late. Atlanta traffic sucks. Atlanta traffic sucks, so I'm sorry. I'm super sorry. All right, guys, we are here for Teas Tuesday. All right, we are starting off just a little bit late today, so sorry, Atlanta traffic. But we are here. We are about to do our review. So last week we went over like science and math, and we're gonna continue to dive deeper into that science and math as soon as my computer starts up. My apologies, I just got home. So while that loads up, talk to me, guys. How's your day going? Happy Tuesday. How's your Tuesday going? I had to run a whole bunch of errands. There's so much that's coming up for you guys, and I can't wait to share it with you all. All right, computer's up. How are you guys doing? Okay. Teas Tuesday. Our Teas review. Okay. Whenever my computer just wants to let me in, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, how y'all doing? Talk to me, talk to me. Does anybody want to join in with me? Okay, now it's up. Okay. All right, guys, we are doing our Teas Tuesday review. We are starting off a little late, like I said, just in case anybody just came in. We are doing our review. All right, let me look at what you guys are saying. Nothing yet. All right, let's switch computers. And go here. All right, much better. Look at what y'all saying. All right. So, I woke up this morning with like two testimonials of NCLEX passes and one ATI TEAS. Yeah, so two NCLEX passes and an ATI TEAS. And they were, all three of them. One was in the NCLEX Arcade. If you guys did not catch the NCLEX Arcade about a month ago, that was with Simple Nursing. Where are we? Here we go. That was with Simple Nursing, and that was a 6-day review that we did throughout the month of like April and a little bit of May. But we are bringing that back. So what's that? Is there teas or no? See, everything is a very absolute word. It's everything as far as category content wise, if that makes sense. It's based off the ATI TEAS science review. So that's what was in the science book based off of the, I don't have it over here, the ATI TEAS, which one? The most recent one. So like the blue and mint green one. I always say use my study guide supplementally. So always use it in conjunction with another like actual in-depth study guide. My study guides are meant to cut out the fluff. So like I said, it's best if you use it supplementally. All right, let's do science. All right, let me look and see. All right, and if you guys were looking and see, I do have a HESI anatomy / science kit and a TEAS kit, and I'm going to tell you why I separate the two, because HESI science and TEAS science, even though they're, science is science, HESI science is a lot more specific, especially category wise. For TEAS, you just have a general just science category, but for HESI you have like chemistry, biology. So you have those. All right, so here we go. Finally, jeez. All right. So as far as like science goes, what do you guys think your weakest subject is? Do you think it's chemistry, biology, anatomy, and physiology? Let's start with this endocrine quiz. Someone said chemistry. All right, guys, I'm still waiting for my computer to load, but once that does, once it loads, we are in there, okay? All right, so let's look and see. All right, let's get started with some science questions. Okay, so once again, welcome to Teas Tuesdays. Now we're about to get started. We are going to start off with some science questions, okay? So a little bit of housekeeping. So I'm going to read the question. I'm going to read the answers. You guys are going to answer appropriately in the comments. Okay, if you have any questions, ask them in the comments. Join in if you would like to, but this is just our interactive and engaging teas review, okay? So first question. Which hormone stimulates milk production in the breasts during lactation? Which hormone stimulates milk production in the breasts during lactation? Is it A, norepinephrine, B, antidiuretic hormone, C, prolactin, or D, oxytocin? Which hormone stimulates milk production in the breasts during lactation? Is it A, norepinephrine, B, antidiuretic hormone, C, prolactin, or D, oxytocin? All right, so break that question down and really try to figure out what the question's asking. All right, it's asking you for which hormone, all right, does a specific action. The action is stimulates milk production in the breast during lactation. All right, so A, norepinephrine, B, antidiuretic hormone, C, prolactin, or D, oxytocin. I see all you guys saying C, which is prolactin, and that is correct. So great job, guys. All right. Let's see. Jasmine, Donna, Golden Melanin, Kim, Neek, Dom, and Yuri. Great job, guys. So it says prolactin stimulates the production of breast milk during lactation. All right, norepinephrine, which was A, is a hormone and neurotransmitter secreted by the adrenal gland that regulates heart rate, blood pressure, and blood sugar. All right, antidiuretic hormone, which was B, that's the hormone that's produced by the hypothalamus and secreted by the pituitary gland. All right, it regulates the concentration of urine and triggers the contractions of the arteries and capillaries. All right, that's what antidiuretic hormone does. Oxytocin, which was D, is a hormone that's secreted by the pituitary gland that makes it easier to eject milk from the breast and manage the contractions of the uterus during labor. So C and D were pretty close, but the correct answer was C, prolactin. That stimulates the production of breast milk during lactation, and oxytocin triggers like milk letdown, if that makes sense. It's makes it easier to eject that milk. So great job, guys. All right, next question. We're on hormones. Which of the following hormones decreases the concentration of blood glucose? Is it A, insulin, B, glucagon, C, growth hormone, or D, glucocorticoids? Anna said, I passed my T's last Thursday. Yay, Anna! Great job, Anna. Yay, awesome. So that means your next step is to apply to the nursing program, right? Someone that said I just passed farm. Look at y'all passing on this Tuesday. All right, let me read the question again and the answer choices. Which of the following hormones decreases the concentration of blood glucose? Is it A, insulin, B, glucagon, C, growth hormone, or D, glucocorticoids? All right, so I'm seeing Neek says A, Donna says A, Kim K says A, y'all know Nee says insulin, Notorious says A. So I'm getting a lot of A's, and great job. That is the correct answer. The correct answer is A, which is insulin. And it's like I accepted to my local school for LPN. Send me a DM. We're going to talk in DMs. We're going to rejoice in my DMs. All right. Yeah, so the answer is A, insulin. So insulin decreases the concentration of blood glucose. It is produced by the pancreas, and glucagon is a hormone produced by the pancreas as well. All right, it acts in opposition to insulin, so it's the opposite. So insulin decreases the concentration of blood glucose, and glucagon increases the concentration. All right, so growth hormone, which we'll see, that's secreted by the pituitary gland as well. It is, well, not as well, but it's secreted by the pituitary gland, is responsible for the growth of the body. Let the name help you. Growth hormone, most likely it's going to be a hormone that's related to growth, okay? It's responsible for growth. And it is. Specifically, it's responsible for growth by metabolizing proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids, okay? So the glucocorticoids are a group of steroid hormones that are produced by the adrenal cortex. The glucocorticoids contribute to the metabolism of the carbohydrates, the proteins, and those fats. Okay, so great job. Once again, the answer to which the following hormones decreases the concentration of blood glucose, that answer was insulin. You guys got that right. Great job. So next question. All right, which gland is responsible for the regulation of calcium levels? Which gland is responsible for the regulation of calcium levels? Is it A, the parathyroid glands, B, the pituitary glands, C, the adrenal glands, or D, the pancreas? Which gland is responsible for the regulation of calcium levels? Is it A, the parathyroid glands, B, the pituitary gland, C, the adrenal glands, or D, the pancreas? Let me see what y'all saying. Will you take your NCLEX tomorrow? Hi, love you more. Oh my gosh. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Yes, you got this. So since you take your NCLEX tomorrow, today we're not studying, we're not cracking that book open. We are doing self-care. Did you go get a massage? Did you go get a glass of wine? Today, the day before your NCLEX should always be just a chill day, okay? That is your excuse to go get a massage and do whatever to relax. That is your one day where that is your prescription, relax. Okay, so back to the question, which gland is responsible for the regulation of calcium levels? And that correct answer was A, the parathyroid glands. A, the parathyroid glands are 4 small glands that sit on top of the thyroid gland and regulate calcium levels by secreting parathyroid hormone. The hormone regulates the amount of calcium and magnesium that is secreted by the kidneys into the urine. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna repeat that one more time. So our question was, which gland is responsible for the regulation of calcium levels? Our options were the parathyroid glands, the pituitary gland, the adrenal glands, and the pancreas. The correct answer was the parathyroid glands, all right? And those are the 4 small glands that sit on top of the thyroid gland and regulate calcium and magnesium levels, all right? Someone said this is so confusing. So how I remember parathyroid, well, honestly, like whenever I hear like calcium levels, and especially regulation of calcium levels, my mind instantly goes to parathyroid. Instantly. Just because it's just what regulates calcium levels. If once you expose yourself to that information enough, it becomes like almost like second nature. Like just almost as much as you guys know about what's something that's super, super, you know, like easy to remember. I don't know, 1 + 1 = 2. How many times have you heard 1 + 1 = 2 or been exposed to that information? Sooner or later, without even having to think about it, you're just like, okay, I know 1 + 1 = 2. So the same thing with honestly any type of information. The more you expose yourself to the information, the easier it is to recognize it and be able to solve it. So as far as like right now we're on endocrine system. I know endocrine system can be a little bit overwhelming because of so many glands, so many hormones, they cross, all this stuff like that. But like I said, the more you expose yourself to that information, the better you'll be. So how I remember the parathyroid, so y'all remember that song, On Top of Old Smoky, all covered. I actually don't know the rest of the song, but anyway, that's how I remember parathyroid. It was on top of the thyroid, it regulates calcium. I don't know. But that's how I remember it, because it sits on top of the thyroid and it regulates calcium. So that little jingle, honestly, is really how I remember parathyroid. Same thing with the adrenal glands. On top of the kidneys, on top of the kidneys is adrenals. So yep, that's how I remember it. Okay, guys, next question. Let's go. Let's do something. Let's go to cardio. Let's go to cardio. All right. Ooh, I feel like we had that last week, but that was a good one. Okay, which blood vessel carries oxygenated blood back to the heart? Which blood vessel carries oxygenated blood back to the heart? Is it A, the pulmonary vein, B, the pulmonary artery, C, the aorta, or D, the superior vena cava? Which blood vessel carries oxygenated blood back to the heart? A, pulmonary vein, B, pulmonary artery, C, aorta, or D, superior vena cava. All right. So remember, break it down, break the question down, and try to figure out what it's really asking you. All right, you're trying to figure out the blood vessel. All right, and the function. We're trying to figure out which blood vessel carries oxygenated blood back to the heart. All right. So we know we have oxygenated blood going to the heart, being carried by which blood vessel? A, pulmonary vein, B, pulmonary artery, C, aorta, or D, superior vena cava. All right, which blood vessel carries oxygenated blood back to the heart? I'm gonna read it one more time. Which blood vessel carries oxygenated blood back to the heart? Is it A, pulmonary vein, B, pulmonary artery, C, aorta, or D, superior vena cava? This one's tricky, I'm not gonna lie. This one's tricky. All right, which blood vessel carries oxygenated blood back to the heart? All right. Unknown Beauty got it. All right, so the correct answer was A, pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein was the correct answer. That was a good one. That was a tricky one. So a lot of us chose like C or D, which was aorta or superior vena cava. But the correct answer was pulmonary vein, which was A. So great job, Unknown Beauty. You got that one. Great job. So if we didn't get that one, that's perfectly fine. This is the whole point of Teas Tuesdays. So we can come over here and make our mistakes here because it doesn't matter. Listen, I'm nobody. You can make your mistakes in front of me. And then when we get to the T's, it's a wrap because we've already practiced and we've already made our mistakes already. All right, so now, most of the time, veins carry deoxygenated blood and arteries carry oxygenated blood. However, in this case, it's the pulmonary veins that carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart and the pulmonary arteries that carry deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs. Right? So that's why this one was tricky because, like I said, most of the time, veins carry deoxygenated blood and arteries carry oxygenated blood. But like we said, we're trying to figure out which blood vessel carries oxygenated blood back to the heart. All right. So the flow is going to the heart and it's actually carrying oxygenated blood. All right. So like I said, pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood and it's going back to the heart. Now, pulmonary artery, they carry deoxygenated blood from the heart into the lungs. Okay, so that's kind of like where the circuit is going. It's going from the heart into the lungs, not from the heart to the body. So that's where that is going. That's where that mix-up is coming in. Okay, so does that make sense? All right, so once again, that was a good tricky one. So make sure you note that it's the pulmonary vein that carries oxygenated blood back to the heart. All right, now let's go. Next one. What function do platelets serve in the bloodstream? What function do platelets serve in the bloodstream? Okay, A, they carry nutrients from food. B, they carry oxygen. C, they form blood clots to stop bleeding. Or D, they destroy pathogens and other foreign material. I'm gonna read that again. What function do platelets serve in the bloodstream? A, they carry nutrients from food. B, they carry oxygen. C, they form blood clots to stop bleeding. Or D, they destroy pathogens and other foreign material. Someone tried to join, and I clicked join, and it didn't say anything. It just went away. So try again. All right, so everyone is saying C. Oh, there you are. If you were trying to join me on live, try again if you want to answer the questions. So the correct answer is C, and pretty much all y'all got it. So I'm gonna go back through. All right, so the correct answer was C, which was they form blood clots to stop bleeding, and that is correct. So great job, Jasmine, Unknown Beauty, Autumn, Anna, Donna, Lieutenant, Aaron James, Golden, Brittany, Ms. Aries, Autumn. Oh shit, see. It's Angie. All right, awesome job, great job, guys. So it says one of the primary purposes of the platelets is to aggregate and form a blood clot when bleeding occurs, such as from a wound or injury. This clot blocks the opening in the damaged blood vessel and prevents further loss of blood from the body. Oxygen is carried by the red blood cells, or erythrocytes, another name for them. And pathogens and other foreign materials are eliminated by the white blood cells, or the leukocytes. Those are our fighters. And the nutrients derived from food are carried directly in the plasma. All right, so once again, our platelets, they clot for us. Red blood cells carry our oxygen. White blood cells fight infection, and plasma carries nutrients derived from foods. The more you know. So great job, guys. All you guys got C. Let's go ahead and do. Let's do another one. Let's see what you're doing. All right. All right. Which of the following structures is the natural pacemaker of the heart? Which of the following structures is the natural pacemaker of the heart? This is going to be asked TEAS, NCLEX, in nursing school, when you get to heaven. This question is asked all the time. All right, once again, which of the following structures is the natural pacemaker of the heart? A, sinoatrial node. B, submental node. C, atrioventricular node. Or D, scalene node. Which of the following structures is the natural pacemaker of the heart? Is it A, sinoatrial node, B, submental node, C, atrioventricular node, or D, scalene node? All right, so I am just seeing a wave of A's, which is sinoatrial node or SA node. And that is correct. So great job, guys. Hold on. Great job, Autumn. And me, Unknown, Ms. Aries, Donna, Golden, Anna, Samantha, Lieutenant. It's so weird saying my name. Ronnie, Anna again, and Ronnie. Great job, guys. So the SA node or sinoatrial node is the natural pacemaker of the heart. Okay. This is important. If the SA node is damaged and cannot fire off, the impulse then goes to where? If the SA node, which is the natural pacemaker of the heart, if that's damaged or not working for some reason, what's the understudy? Where's the impulse going to be generated from next? All right. So if plan A fails and the SA node cannot fire off that impulse, what's plan B? And what's that second pacemaker that will then take over? And it's the AV node. Great job, guys. Yes. So great job, Ronnie, Unknown, Golden, and the real one. So yes, it's the AV node. So the SA node is your natural pacemaker. Okay. If for some reason that SA node is damaged or the impulse for some reason does not fire off correctly, the AV node then picks up. It's the understudy. It's like SA node is Beyonce and AV node is Kelly. Sorry, Michelle. You're Purkinje Fibers. Michelle is Purkinje Fibers. I'm sorry. The AV node is definitely Michelle. I don't know what to say. But yeah. So yes, it's the SA node. Y'all remember that one that one video where Beyonce was walking and she like tripped? She tripped, but Michelle and Kelly was still going, and they just so if that SA node trips, that AV node will then back up. Hey, girl.
Hey,
How you doing?
good. So this is really helping me. I started nursing school in April, so I've been studying the packets that you got, and so it's really been helping me in my first term of nursing school. So I thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. I'm so glad it's helping. Has
Yeah.
TEAS Tuesdays and like NCLEX Jeopardy been helping?
Yes, I've been doing because we have to do the NCLEX like 10 questions every week to send in. So that's been helping me on things that I haven't learned yet. So I'm getting there.
Good. I like how they started like kind of introducing y'all to like NCLEX style questions at the beginning. I think that was smart and not overwhelming y'all and just doing just a little bit. Like here's just a little taste. Just do 10. Just do 5, 10. I think that's great. Good luck. I think you're
Thank
gonna be
you.
great. The LPN or RN program?
I'm in the LPN right now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you, LPN. Bloop, bloop. But
Yes.
yes, when you go ahead and graduate and pass that NCLEX, let me know. NCLEX
Yes,
pen
ma'am.
and a pen is yours, hon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and do another question. So that was a great explanation. All right, so let's go ahead and do, okay, here's another one. A patient's heart rate is measured at 118 beats per minute. What is this condition called? A, tachycardia, B, apnea, C, bradycardia, or D, tachypnea. I'm going to read it again. A patient's heart rate is measured at 118 beats per minute. What is this condition called? Is it A, tachycardia, B, apnea, C, bradycardia, or D, tachypnea? Patient's heart rate is measured at 118. All right, so I'm getting majority A. Okay, so I'm getting all A. All right, so the correct answer is A, tachycardia. that happens. I feel you, Sam. All right, so everybody got it. Great job. Hold on, let me go ahead and take a deep breath. Okay. Great job. The real one, Unknown Beauty, Tabitha, Samantha, Miss Aries, Golden Melanin, Autumn Just, Jasmine, H. Plaid, Natalie, Autumn again, Yuri, it's Andy. Great job, guys. All right, so yes, we know that is tachycardia. So going back to that question, a patient's heart rate is measured at 118 beats per minute. The question is asking us what that condition is called, but in order for us to even answer that question, we have to be able to evaluate that heart rate. So they gave it to us, it's 118 beats per minute. Is that low? Is that normal? Is that high? So we have to have a little bit of back knowledge in order to be able to answer this question. So what is normal heart rate? All right, what is normal heart rate? You guys tell me right now. Normal is 60 to 80. Thank you, Natalie Marie. So if normal heart rate is 60 to 80 and we have a measured heart rate of 118, we know that is well above that normal range. So let the name help you. You know that especially when we're measuring like vital signs, anytime you have that prefix tachy, it means fast or faster, more than. And anytime you have Brady, it means slow. So right now we have a fast heart rate. So that condition is going to be called tachycardia. Tachy means fast, and that cardia is related to that heartbeat. Okay, so fast heartbeat. Now, if the heart rate was 52, if the heart rate was 52, then that condition would be called bradycardia, because we know that once again, those normal parameters are 60 to 100. So any parameter that's above 100 or below 60 is going to give us either tachycardia or bradycardia. Okay, and then as far as the B and D, apnea and tachypnea, so the suffix pnea or apnea, however you want to say it, that means breathing. So apnea was the absence of breathing, and tachypnea means a fast breathing rate. We don't have anything related to respiratory rate here. They just gave us that heart rate, which is the cardia and tachycardia. So once again, A was that correct answer. All right, so great job, guys. So all right. Long bones are one of the 5 major types of bones in the human body. All of the following bones are long bones, except which one? Is it A, thighs, B, forearms, C, ankles, or D, fingers? Long bones, Long John Silver's. Long bones are one of the 5 major types of bone in the human body. All of the following bones are long bones except which? Or which one? Is it A, thighs, B, forearms, C, ankles, or D, fingers? Which of the following are not examples of long bones? All right. Is it A, thighs, B, forearm, C, ankles, or D, fingers? All right, so getting majority C here. All right, and the answer is C, which is ankles. So great job, guys. All right, let's see who got that. Otolu, Donna, Golden, Vonda, the real one. Oh, wait, not the real one that said a different answer. It's okay. Natalie, Anna, Brianne. That's a cute name. It's Angie, Yuri, Unknown, and H. Palad. All right, guys, great job. Great job. So, most bones in the limbs are actually long bones. Did you guys know that? So most bones if they're a limb, if it's a limb, most likely, more than likely, it's a long bone. So that's like our thighs, our forearms, and our fingers, especially me because I have long fingers. So that was an easy one for me. The ankle, however, the ankle is not a long bone because it does not have a shaft. Do you guys remember what constitutes what a long bone is? It does not have a shaft that is longer than it is wide, okay? So ankle is the only one that was of thighs, forearm, and fingers that was not a long bone, all right? Now, since we're talking about long bones and that it's one of the major 5 types of bone, let's go ahead and name them now. All right, so we just listed long bones. So what are the other types of bones? Come on, let's go ahead and list it. Let's go ahead and do it. So we have long bone. Give me another one. 5 types of bones in the skeleton. They just gave us one, and it's long bone. What are the other 4 types of bones that are in the skeleton? Short bones. Thank you, Markia Forever. Short bone. And can someone give me an example of a short bone? Oh, Unknown just gave me all of it. Flat, long, short, irregular, sesamoid. Great job. Yes, those are the 5 types of bone: long, short, irregular, flat, and sesamoid. All right, they just gave us examples of long, and I like to do this specifically. Like whenever this is how I study. When I get a question, for example, that question just asks us about one of the major types of bones. So when I study, just in case on the next question or on the next test or on the real test, they give me maybe one of the other 5 types of major bones, I want to make sure that just in case I get this question or this the content behind this question again, I want to make sure that I have it all down. So as far as this question goes, it asks us about long bones, and it asks us to identify a type of long bone because it's one of the 5 major types of bones. So after I answered this question, I'm going to go back and list the other types of major types of bones in the body. And then I'm going to take it a step further and list an example, just in case I get this question again, but maybe it's not long bones that they're asking me about. Maybe they're asking about short bones this time. Maybe they're asking me about a sesamoid bone. So I want to make sure that next time I get anything related to any of these 5 major types of bones, I'm going to be ready. All right, so with that being said, so long, short, irregular, flat, sesamoid. We already know that we have examples of long. We have fingers, thighs, the forearms, all that. Now, as far as the sesamoid, Sesamoid, I remember sesamoid because that is the patella. Yes, it's the patella. That is the kneecap. And I remember sesamoid being the patella and the kneecap because sesamoid looks like sesame seed. And the shape of a kneecap looks like a sesame seed. That is how I swear to you. Does it make the most sense? Probably not. But I swear to you, that's what makes sense in my head. That's what makes sense in my head. But when I got that question on TEAS in my nursing school exam, so what I got it right though. It made no sense and it was silly as hell, but I got it right though. So sesame, sesamoid, sesame seed, and patella bone. See, someone said that's how I was taught to think of it. See, boom, there you go. There you go. So yes, so now we have an example of long bone, sesamoid, said I could take it. Irregular, give me an example of irregular. An example of irregular would be, we did long, sesamoid, and then we have to do flat and short. So flat, short, and irregular. Okay, unknown beauty just gave me short ankles, right? Which is funny because when we just had that question, they were asking us, which of the following doesn't, is not included in the long bone, and the answer was ankle, but ankle is actually a type of short bone. So I thought that was just funny and cute. So everything else was long except for that one short bone, and the ankle is a short bone if you think about it, like. Even if you didn't know what all those, types of bones are, just think about the word, like, of those types of bones, which one sounds like it's long, which one is long, and which one's ankle. I don't know nobody with a long ankle bone. Do you? Not judging. Maybe it's kind of cool. But ankle bones are short. Spinal bones, sacrums. Yes, awesome job. Wait for it. Don't want. There you go. All right. Great job, guys. All right. So we had the hip bone, the spine, the spinal bones, and the sacrum. All right. And I'm waiting for an example of a flat bone. Wait, did someone give that to me? Yeah. So I'm just waiting for an example of a flat bone. An example of a flat bone is a skull. All right. Be like the occipital lobe, parietal lobe. Oh, flat is the sternum, correct. And thoracic cage, ribs, absolutely. Absolutely. Great job, guys. All right, so now let's go ahead and go to another slide. Okay, which of the following terms means close to the trunk of the body? Which of the following terms means close to the trunk of the body? Is it A, superficial, B, sagittal, C, proximal, or D, distal? Which of the following terms means close to the trunk of the body? Is it A, superficial, B, sagittal, C, proximal, or D, distal? Someone said, how long have you been in LPN? 7, almost 8 years. All right, so I'm seeing C's pop up. All right. For anybody that's just coming in, the question was, which of the following terms means close to the trunk of the body? Answer choices was A, superficial, B, sagittal, C, proximal, or D, distal. And I'm seeing all C's, aka proximal, and that is the correct answer. So great job, guys. Yes. So proximal means close to the body or the torso. All right. It's approximate to your body. All right. That approximate distance is getting close. All right. So superficial refers to like an externally located, like near the surface of the skin. All right. Like when someone's like superficial, they only care about what's on the outside. And then what was the other one? Sagittal. Sagittal plane divides the body into left and right. Okay, so sagittal plane goes down the middle to divide us into left and right halves. And then distal is the opposite of proximal. So proximal is close to the body, which means distal. And like I said, let the words kind of help you. Proximal sounds really close to approximate, close to, and distal sounds really close to distant or far away from. All right, so proximal is close to the torso and distal is further away from the torso. All right, so let me go back and through my C's. Let's see who all got that one. All right, so great job. Markia, Natalie, the real one, Anna, Otolu, Brianne. I love that name, Brianne. AJ, is it Aja or AJ? Ages World. Okay. Neek, Unknown Beauty, Vonda, it's Angie, H Plaid, Yuri. Great job, guys. Whoop whoop. All right. And let's do one more. All right. Great job, guys. Okay, so let's view those. Okay, so we focused a lot on anatomy as far as science goes. We did a lot of like bodily sciences and like anatomy and stuff like that. So next week we're gonna do, I know, we're gonna go into like the chemistries and a little bit more into the biologies, but we're really gonna get into the chemistry. I know. I, for one, hate chemistry. I used to love it, but I hate chemistry so much. I'm not bad at it. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. So next week, Tuesday. Hold on. Yep, next week, Tuesday, so the 22nd. Next week, Tuesday at 7 p.m., we're going to be right back here, and we're going to be going over chemistry and a little bit of biology, okay? All right, so I know we hate chem, but we got to do it. We got to do it because we got to pass these tests and get in where we fit in, okay? All right, so I will be saving this live, of course. Make sure you guys sign up to my emails because the lives are not always posted to my Instagram. They're going to be headed over to my YouTube, which is not up yet. It's being made. But yeah, these lives are going to be sent to my YouTube or my actual page. So make sure you guys are signed up for text messages and my email because I'll be sending the link to you via email. All right. So I thought you'd take chem and pass, and that's it for chem. Nope, unfortunately. Someone said, hey, why do we need to know chemistry for the NCLEX? This is TEAS Tuesday. You need to know chemistry for your TEAS exam. And you need to know chemistry for almost anything, to be honest. But chemistry specifically, you need to know for TEAS. So TEAS Tuesday, next Tuesday for TEAS, we're doing chemistry. Thursday is for NCLEX, and we'll be doing like actual nursing stuff. All right, guys. Thank you so much. NCLEX 20 to save 20% off your purchase, and that expires tonight. So yes, once again, NCLEX 20. If you need 20% off of any study guides, any shirts, anything on the site, NCLEX 20 for 20% off. And I will see you guys next week, Tuesday, for our Teas Tuesday, and Thursday for NCLEX Jeopardy. All right. See you guys soon.